Hey guys, this is Killrob speaking, and today I'm going to show you a new feature, and that is the cooling calculations, which just have been implemented in our latest closed beta version. And to get right into it, this stuff has been discussed to death actually, because people were kind of upset that they couldn't build engines with more than 100 kilowatts per liter. Well, they could, but then MTBF would suffer. And our reasoning for this was, well, if you put more than 100 kilowatts in your engine, approximately, then things will be pretty difficult to cool. So your car must be really efficient at it, and this is what we are going to take a look at. So let's build a platform, and at the same time I'm going to show you this here, front longitudinal. We have now in the car designer the option to put them in the right direction, as some would call it, so we can later try to build a little V8 and put it in there. So body shell, let's take a blocky little car like this one. It's really blocky, and we cannot deform it yet. It's not in there, but you can see there are plenty of different models there. And we put on some really square lights like this, and then the stuff which we're here for, the grills, because they cool down stuff. And this is working as follows. So we put a little grill here. This one looks a bit angry. Let's put it this way. Yay, smiley car. Alright, so with this grill we would get a total of almost 35 kilowatts of cooling efficiency. This might be a bit much, but this is because this value is the maximum possible cooling efficiency you can get with this grill. Normally you want to be somewhere between maximum cooling efficiency and maximum aerodynamic efficiency. And for normal cars, this value is very much dependent on the application, of course, but about 30% of total air resistance is coming from the cooling of the car. So if we build a pretty large grill here, let's make it reasonably sized, so something like 110 kilowatts. Sounds good. And we are not here to make the car look pretty. Yeah, it probably never would, even if I had to try. But yeah, let's go and save this as the car it really is, and that is a shitty little car. So it's shitty car number 1. And cooling capability 111 kilowatts. Right, it's saved, so we close this one down. So now we have a little shitty car sitting here, and we can build a new model on top of this platform. So we first have, again, our cooling capabilities, which are 111 kilowatts, and now we could choose an engine. But I'm going to build a new engine such that it fulfills the requirements. And we said that we wanted to show off some nice V8 put in there. Make a nice little V8, maybe a 2.5 liter V8. Sounds good to me. Can have standard stuff in there, and put direct acting on there because it's compact. I'll leave that alone, but we want to rev it a bit. Okay, we can put BBL on there just to make it more awesome. Something like this, naturally aspirated. Let's take multi-point or direct injection. Direct injection and throttle per cylinder because we are crazy. Yeah, this looks kind of cool. Let's do that. And maximum fuel 11.8. More ignition timing, all the ignition timing, and we rev it to the moon, or almost. Play a bit of Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Car Program, launch the cars into space, and we need proper exhaust. You can see here the box is aligning itself a bit wrong still, but this will be fixed. It's aligning itself to this flange instead of properly to the back of the engine block. but doesn't really matter. So we put a bit more exhaust on there and we run the engine and we produce 200 kilowatts. So let's see if we open up a bit more. This was actually pretty much spot on. Alright, let's take this. A bit more compression though, because this one sucks. And yeah, 210 kilowatts. And you can see here, the car can only cool 110.8 kilowatts. So currently there is no consequence to this, but it will be included. And it will be such that if you exceed the limit, then you will suffer MTBF penalty. And there will be a smooth transition between a fully working engine and car to a self-melting monster. So you better watch the cooling capability of your car. So we choose this little engine and save it as what it is and exit here and choose it. This is this one. So no consequence there. You see VTEC kicking in, yo. And now let's see. We put it longitudinal rear wheel drive because this is pretty cool. It's 5 gears, gear spacing. It's 200 kilowatts, so at least let's say 200. Let's put 270 or something. Gear spacing a bit more sporty. We want to go to like 60-ish kilometers an hour in first. We do have a pretty nice curve going for us there, so that should be fine. And now, of course, because this is an awesome little car, as you can see here, we have the engine sitting in the right way, which is really cool. This was added today, actually. That's very fresh. But as you can see, we have tires here, and they have missing labels, but they are working. And we can put like it's more like hot rod tires. Completely crazy. Oh no, they almost fit under the arches, under the flares. Yeah, let's go for this. Completely crazy, but yeah. And accelerating in 6.8 seconds from 0 to 100 and a top speed of 270 almost. Really neat. Let's see how much faster it will go if we go for all-wheel drive. It should have quite a bit of problems getting the power on the wheels there in the beginning. So let's go for this. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That looks pretty good. So a quarter mile of 14.24 seconds. Okay, but now this we say this little V8 is a bit too shitty, and we need to make use of the fact that the cooling capabilities are not yet implemented properly. So let's choose a different engine. And I think I have a little one there. A 2-liter i4. Cannot be too bad. Oh, but it has 442 kilowatts of power. And this will be entirely possible to put in. But people will probably have a bit of slight difficulties driving the monster. So we choose the engine. Oh! Look at that. It's so cute. It's like it's cowbell hanging out. So yeah, that is an appropriately sized intercooler for 440 kilowatts, I would say. But let's see how it looks with the car there. Yeah, that's working. I think the intercooler placement is more optimized for having a transverse mounted inline 4 in this one. But yeah, it's working. So let's put a double clutch in there as well and then get cracking. And I think this little shitbox will go a bit faster with 400 kilowatts. So let's go for a top speed of 336 here. Go for 6 gear ratios and have a bit more proper spacing. First gear to 100 kilometers an hour sounds excellent to me. And let's see how it goes. Alright. So it is doing the quarter mile, not much faster than the other car, but at 221 kilometers an hour at trap speed. And let's see in all-wheel drive, that should really help this kind of power curve. if you take a look. It's really up there. And drop the first gear a bit and go for four-wheel drive. Yes. And now we have 5.5 seconds. Let's see, tires are already the best ones. Yep. And our quarter mile is a lot faster, and we have a top speed of 327 kilometers an hour. The aerodynamics calculations are not included yet. They are all the same for all the models right now. This will change for the release, but the aerodynamics model is still very simple. And currently I just choose the values in code to set proper ones. And here I definitely haven't. So this car will not have a CD value of 0.32. Definitely not. This looks more like 0.4-ish. Alright guys, this is everything I had to show to you, and hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.